I have a lot of predictions. So, okay,
Quiet on the set. Here we go.
here we go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
3, 2.
That means it's time for Metaphysical Meanderings here at 216 The Net. Of course, you're tuned in, and we have Master Psychic Lana Duncan-Hartgraves. Happy New Year, and man, we are going to talk about some predictions.
Yep.
It's been a hot minute since you and I
Yes.
have been together. Me getting COVID,
Yep.
you getting
Then
COVID.
I got COVID. Yep. We're both doing pretty good. We're
Right,
about the
yeah.
same age, you know.
Yeah, feeling okay.
We're doing okay. I'm on day 22. If you hear a little bit of hoarseness in my voice, I think it's residual, like maybe like a small allergy, because I know when I put my HEPA filter on at home, it's a little better. So anyway, so what I'm doing this year, now coming up for this year, I'm going to give you my predictions. Now, I want you guys to remember that my predictions, I have guides. I have people that, like, when I'm reading, I talk to your family. They tell me things, and they tell me things about myself. It was just, I mean, and it happens a lot. And I just write down, repeat what basically they're telling me. Sometimes I get a feeling, they make me feel a certain way, or sometimes I dream it. So I literally have a notebook that sits next to my bed, and I get up and I go, oh, okay, and I write it down. So when this all started, for me, the prediction thing started last year, January. Before COVID started, my father-in-law, who, if you guys are watching me on anything, you'll see an orb all the time. You'll see it fly by. You'll see it on my birthday. I was taping, and you could see on my shoulder, and I didn't even realize it. My followers realize it. There was an orb sitting right there. You could see it, and then finally it just did this. I didn't even notice.
Huh.
I just don't even, because I think it's like a guide. Maybe my father-in-law, maybe my mother, maybe my dad. I don't know. I just know that they're there all the time.
Sure.
Anyway, so I started doing predictions because he came to me and he gave me a lot of information, and I didn't understand at the time what he was all talking about. He knew there was COVID coming. He knew. And these were some of the things that he told me. And he said that the United States would have national health care, a working national health care within a year and a half. Well, that was a year and a half ago. And so I thought he was crazy. I actually laughed at him. And now I'm not laughing anymore because I see it. He also predicted Biden would win. And I've been telling everybody that for a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you remember if you guys are wondering if all of this has really happened, please go back to my Facebook, and the dates are there.
That's right.
So some of the stuff that I predicted, I predicted that the judges that Trump elected, I know that we're not supposed to be talking about politics, but it's part of the predictions. So I'm not going to say good or bad. I'm not going to get into any political stuff. I'm just saying that this is what I predicted.
It's part of the world.
Exactly. Because I do have predictions for Britain, for France, for Russia. I've got stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been compiling it for a good month and a half to 2 months. So I predicted that the Trump's appointed judges that he elected wouldn't back him, and I was right on that. So
sure.
Okay, that we'd have a vaccine before the end of the year. I got a lot of flack for that, and if you look back on my Facebook, I said there would be a working vaccine. Mm-hmm. Before the end of the year. And people were like, oh, you're stupid. You don't know what I had people insulting me, calling me names. And I'm like, was I right? Yes, I was right. Why don't you just listen and wait to see them unfold?
Right.
I mean.
Boy, listening.
Exactly.
That could be an interesting.
Yeah. I predicted food shortages. Now, there was for quite a while there some
Yeah.
food shortages. I still say there's going to be, and not in a bad way. It's going to go. There's like a change, and I'll explain it later. But I did predict that there'd be some type of food shortages, and I also predicted coming up that there's going to be seed shortages, and I had no idea what that meant. There is a seed shortage.
Huh.
People are telling you to try to buy online as much as you can now. But anyway, I predicted the riots and the chaos on September 30th on my Facebook. So if you could please roll back. I had somebody in November that actually said to me after the election, "Where's all the riots?" Yeah, trying to. I kept telling them, "Wait."
Yeah.
I still, prediction wise, when I'll go into this, we're still in for it.
Sure.
We're in for it, and I'm going to tell you that it's coming around the 18th to the 20th, right before the actual inauguration. But anyway, I predicted the mild winter. Remember, I told you we were going to have a mild winter. You remembered that, and I did put that on my Facebook.
And we talked about the fuzzy caterpillars.
And I am telling you right now, it'll be spring by March. Now, I don't have to be a psychic to see that because I'm seeing geese fly.
I'll take that.
Okay. And you have to remember, I live on a farm, and I live near a marsh. I'm seeing trumpeter swans. I see the birds, the birds that are up in the dells.
Ducks.
The rare ones, the ones that are really the cranes.
Cranes?
The hooping cranes. They fly literally over my house to Florida. Mm-hmm. I mean, I see all that, but I see that the geese are flying south.
Sure.
So I don't have to necessarily be a psychic for that. But anyway, I did predict, and now sometimes you guys help me out a lot because I don't know. I just write down or what they hear and see.
Sure.
I predicted an earthquake in Vegas, and one of my followers said, "Oh my God, you predicted it. There was a huge earthquake outside of Vegas." I don't know. I'm not bragging. I've been blessed, and I have to always be grateful for this because at any point God could take this from me.
Well, sure. And it ain't bragging if you can back it up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I did predict, isn't Pfizer from Russia? It wasn't originally Pfizer from Russia or from Europe. It seems like it is, but I predicted that. I predicted there would be that it would be in Europe somewhere, and that would be the main ones. But I did predict, I don't know if you remember, Moderna would be the best out of all of them. And I did predict that. So see, some of this stuff I got right. Now, I'm not perfect. I did predict the Queen of England would die. So I got that wrong. And what I did get wrong also was that I predicted we'd get a second check. And I kept telling everybody, I had a lot of people on my case. Where's the second check? And it came, and I said it would not be $1,200. It would be $800. I was close. It was $600. Now, I'm going to make a prediction again I said we'd get more money. So just hold on. So I'm just going over some of the stuff that I did from last year that are going into this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I predicted riots and everybody's marching together. I predicted that in, I think I got the date written. I predicted martial law back in June. I still think we're going to martial law, by the way. We're still going to have some issues. I saw riots and everybody marching April 1st, and I couldn't tell you why. I did not understand that it was the
Capitol.
No, it was the stuff over the summer. It was the racial tensions and stuff. I predicted to the day when they would want to reopen us, and I kept saying, well, it's going to be this day, because you have to remember these people are talking to me.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because they talk to me about myself. I mean, I could go into detail, but I won't, because there's something that happened and they told me, and I'm like, oh my God. And it did happen. They, on the other side, when they tell me stuff, I have to believe them, because sometimes I'm in doubt. So I just write down what they tell me. So when you guys call me for a reading and we're talking, all of a sudden, every once in a while, your family member will say something to me about myself, because you have to remember we're connected and you're part of soul family.
Yeah.
So you have to remember that. So anyway, I predicted a possible cure would be extremely simple. Remember, now they're looking at ivermectin. If you know that anything about ivermectin, it's a dewormer that horses take, and we give it to the horses all the time. And I kept saying there's a simple kind of treatment that's really, really going to work. And now they're looking at giving everybody ivermectin for COVID. So, and I kind of sort of, I kept saying there was something simple. It was a simple thing. So, yeah.
Lisa, good morning.
Lisa.
Happy New Year. And of course, hey, when we get down to that 15 minutes, last 15 minutes of the show, be ready with some questions because Lana will answer questions for you.
Yep. I also predicted that there will be some type of conflict with Trump before he leaves office.
No,
really? Well, that was made in November, right after the election. So now
I think my 11-year-old daughter could guess that one.
Well, you know what? Hey, but I predicted that before. But I mean conflict. Like, look, this was a conflict. There's still something that's going to come. Now, if you look on my predictions on my YouTube, I said around the 10th there would be something that would shock us all. And that's worldwide. It's going to shock us. And I was right. I wanted to say the 6th. I kept saying, I go, no, it's around maybe I should just put around the 10th. So, yeah. Now, here's some of your predictions for 2021. Remember, this is not, they give it to me in dreams. They give it to me, I'm just repeating. Okay. Can I be wrong? Sure. But I mean, some of it makes total sense and you almost don't have to be a psychic for some of it. But some of it, you're like, really? I'm like, yeah. I predicted a seed and food shortage. I just had told you that. And if you do go online, you're going to see there's a seed shortage. I don't understand that, but they predicted, I had said this way back in August of last year or so. If you go back on Facebook, you'll see it. And my daughter said, she goes, there's things on certain websites that say we're having a hard time getting seeds. So don't know why, don't understand. I got the national health care. We're going to have national health care here in the United States. It's going to be working. It's going to be working. I mean, it's not going to be overpriced. It's going to work. I don't understand all of that yet. I just know that is I've been told. Yep. I just repeat. For some reason, I'm getting riots in February. Okay. I don't understand that. I don't understand any of that. But there's riots. I don't completely get all of it. So I don't know what it's pertaining to. I just see it. All right.
Any particular, just any particular place or?
I don't, a large city. I kind of want to say LA or it's something, it's a large city.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one happening down the road, you guys. The Constitution is going to be amended. Okay. It's my prediction. I did not know this, and I'll tell you this. I predicted this last year, July or August. It's going to offer reparations, verbal reparations to minorities and women. Now, here's an interesting thing. Did you know that Bernie Sanders is trying to amend the Constitution so that he can make the Human Rights Amendment? I did not even know this. So it's something to do with all of that. And if you don't know what the Human Rights Amendment is, I'm not getting into politics, but the Human Rights Amendment is all humans deserve clean water. They deserve, Chloe, I'd be glad to have it. Hold on. And if you got a question, I'll answer it in a little while. Okay. And the human right, clean water, healthcare, right to be treated as a human being. It's basically what the Human Rights Amendment is. It was started in 1936 by Franklin Delano Roosevelt and never finished. That's all it is. But they're trying to get it through and it will pass. But we're talking down the road. This one's a little bit longer, maybe in the next 2 to 3 years. Okay. This is something that I keep saying. I don't know why. That they're going to find that COVID's, why some people get so sick and other people don't, that there's a genetic link to the Black Plague. There's some people are having less problems because their family has been through the Black Plague and survived. And they're carrying a gene that they're going to find this. Now, I'm not being racist. My best friend is Black. You know that. And we've got civil tension. You're doing the civil. But I say that the reason why Hispanics and Blacks are more affected is because Europeans went through the Black Plague. So we're carrying a gene strand that's helping fight. And I'm not saying white people aren't dying. I'm not. Right. No, but I'm talking my family. I know for a fact survived the Black Plague. I've done research, and I backed myself up into the 14th century from Brandenburg, Germany. And there's some type of thing that was listed that said that people actually had it and survived. I say that I'm carrying it. And that's maybe why I didn't get as sick. And I don't know. I'm just repeating what they've told me, that there was a genetic link. Okay. Many of the chain stores and the stores that closed, you guys, are going to reopen in May of 2021. Now, this is what I'm saying about the economy. One, there's going to be no recession, because what's going to happen now as people are getting their shots, my school I can't say it. Anyway,
bite your lip.
Bite my lip. The shots are coming out. We're going to have to make appointments and stuff. But now that I've had COVID, I can't get it for like, they used to say 3 months. Now they're saying more like 5. Mm-hmm. So I know that if you do, by the way, if you have had COVID and you go to get your shot, that second shot, you get really sick, by the way. I mean, you get for like 2 or 3 days, you're pretty sick.
Yeah, no, I've had
so I got to be prepared for that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, because I know somebody who had COVID and got their shot, and the first one was good. The second one was not good.
Right. Yep.
So anyway, it's going to cause the economy to start to go back to normal, or to a semi-normal. It'll never be the same, guys. You know that. And February of 2021, you're going to start to see it. People are going to be wanting, you were raring to go. You have to understand that, like, I was supposed to have taken 3 vacations last year. I couldn't take anything. It sucked, and I'm mad. So what do you think I'm going to be doing this year? See what I'm saying? So, February, it's going to start. You're going to see it start. People are going to start to go to basketball games, and they're going to start getting out more, spending more. The people are going to get called back to work. There's going to be jobs. I don't see a recession here in the United States. I do, however, see a recession in England, because I remember I have a quarter of my followers are from England. Yeah. So I'm just telling you guys now to kind of watch your money. Okay, in England. Okay. Some other things that I'm saying are eventually the United States is going to join the EU. I don't know why. I don't know how. If you don't know, I'm talking the European Union. I don't know how all of that's going to work, because I'm into politics. I'm very active in politics, but I don't quite understand that. I just repeat what I know. Okay. So and what I hear. Okay. All right. I know there's now outbreak in Africa. Isn't that interesting? Oh, are you talking about that they may have, and that's okay. Orion says there's no outbreak in Africa with COVID, but I'm talking about, they may have another genetic strain, maybe that they have something else. I'm just saying the reason here in the United States, why it seems like it's geared more towards certain people, that is why they're going to find a genetic, there's a variant.
Also, different countries handled the pandemic a little bit different than probably managed it correctly. I got a good friend who has family over in Australia, and so he goes back every Christmas and New Year to spend time with his family. Well, he flew in and they put him in quarantine for 14 days. If you're coming into that country, you're sitting in a hotel room by yourself for 14 days. Yep. Once that 14 days was over, he then got tested. The test came back negative, and he was free to go see his family. So there are countries that have very little to no to zero cases.
I know.
It's just because they've
taken care of it. But I'm talking genetically. Yeah. I just you know how they say that AIDS, like some people don't get AIDS because there was a variant in their genetic code that had to do with the Black Plague. I say there's some kind of link there. Yeah. I just don't understand that. Okay. There's going to be arrests made in the Trump administration in 2021. Now, I'm not saying I love Trump. I hate Trump, but there's something I don't understand. And I'm not passing judgment, but there's something. Okay. You probably didn't have to be a little bit of a psychic to know that, but that prediction came from last summer. So, okay. Now I know some people here. I'm being political again. I can't help it. This is what they give me. So I said Bernie Sanders would play a pivotal role in this administration. Didn't know why. Don't know why. I found out he may be labor secretary. That's huge. So I don't know why I just got that. I just do, and I repeat what I got. So, okay. Here's an interesting one that they told me, and I wrote it down when I was asleep, that the world population will level off in the next 5 years and actually decrease. And I don't know why. And it's not like a bad tower card, like it's horrible, everybody's gonna die. No, that's not it. I don't quite understand it, but I know there's a leveling off. It may even be the age of Aquarius. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. The cure. Orion says that Madagascar created a juice that you buy that cures corona in 7 days. Social media censored it. Of course they do.
Yeah.
Mary Jane, yes. Native Americans don't have resistance either. You do know that Hispanic people have 30% more Native American in them. So that was my point. I don't know. I just repeat what they tell me. So, all right. Here's an interesting hope. You have to remember that the age of Aquarius is hope, and I see that. Now, some people say I'm a Pollyanna a little bit because I always see the best in everything. And you're going to see animal populations recovering. Okay. Endangered species. I don't know if it's because there's the balance of the population coming down. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't see gloom and doom. I see like a positive thing that everybody's kind of more working together. Okay. Here's an interesting one because I'm into science and I'm into nature. I'm very much into all of that. Scientists are going to invent how to clean the groundwater before it even comes up out of the ground. They're going to figure this out. Don't know where I got it. Just repeat. That's a great prediction. Yeah, I agree, Marissa. Another famous actor is going to be governor of California by 2024. Don't know who. I just repeat what they say. So let's see. I feel like he's he's already in the Senate or something, and that he's just going to make the next move. Okay. Like Gopher on, remember the Love Boat, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. All right. I do feel like there's going to come to head here in this country the abortion issue, where they're going to try to overturn it. And there's going to be a lot of problems coming up within about a year and a half. Not passing judgment, not saying anything, but it's coming. Okay.
Chloe asked, what college major would I succeed at?
Okay. Wait, Chloe, for about 20 minutes, and then I'll answer your questions. Okay. All right. Kamala Harris, here's an interesting one, because everybody says that Joe Biden's going to die because he's old in office. I say he'll make it the first term, but he won't run again. And Kamala Harris will run and win. That's my prediction. I've been saying that this whole time. Okay. Not passing judgment, not saying anything. Just I predicted the Biden win. I said, and didn't I remember I said by the skin of his teeth?
You did.
So, and I did that here
right here on the
on here. Melania's gonna go back to Europe permanently. Melania Trump's going back to Europe permanently. There's going to be here in the United States, and I've got lots of predictions, sweeping reform. There's a lot of good happening. It's to the benefit of the middle class. I'm telling you right now, and it's positive. I don't quite understand, but it's going to happen quickly. Okay, I do predict that the Republicans and the Democrats are going to finally stop fighting.
Praise God.
Praise God. And yes, there is we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
To Kent, there's going to be a third party that's coming into focus. It's not the Green Party. It's not the Independent Party. It's something else. And it's not the Socialist Party. No, It's a third party that's really going to start to make an impact in about a year to year and a half. Okay. Now, here's an interesting one, and I don't understand this, but I'm going to say it. Meat prices are going to plummet. I don't know. I know they've come down some since COVID, but I mean low, and I don't understand that. I mean, they're going to really come down in price. That's just something that Yeah. Now the housing market bubble is going to burst in May. You know how you can't find a house? My kids have I am not kidding you. My kids, Dolly Parton has health issues and I had to Google it if she died. Sharon, you know, she isn't real good. She isn't real healthy. I don't necessarily see a death yet, but she does have some health problems. I agree with you. Okay. I hope Arnold is okay. He looked sick in a recent interview. Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, you know what? I never concentrated on any of those things. I guess I should, you know, I can make predictions and keep watching my Facebook because that's where I put them. Because when the predictions come out, it says the date. So that way I can guarantee that I've dated it and this is what's coming. Okay. So here's some of the stuff. Now, a lot of this affects me. So I'm sorry, they tell me stuff. We are here in the Midwest, we're having an extremely wet spring. Like wet. Like it's going to rain and rain and rain. I do predict a major snowstorm in February. And after that, it's going to get warm. Okay. And I mean major, like a foot of snow and when we're talking here in the United States, I mean, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Iowa, possibly Michigan is going to get a big one. You may even get it out east. It kind of feels like out east too, because the east of us is New York. So, okay. There's more money coming in February. Yeah. You guys are getting more money. I don't care what anybody says. That rest of that $2,000 is going to come. And I predicted this in first week of December or so. I said I thought more money was coming. And I say the third week of February. So there's more money coming. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, we're going to have to pay it back. They're going to raise our taxes. I don't think so. I don't understand that either. But it's stimulus. I don't completely, you know, I'm pretty good with money and I understand it. I know you're the expert.
Anything on inflation.
So no inflation. That we are not going through a recession. I've said that many times for some now, like I said, England's going to go through one, but not us. And I don't understand why that would be any different, but yeah. Great month. Oh, great money. Great month to receive money. February. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Oh, look at somebody said they were McKenna Turek said she'd love to see the Bull Moose party. And you know what? I am a progressive, by the way. So if you know much about me, I live in Wisconsin. It's the home of the Progressive Party. I get this thing where they always say we all went Republican, and that's not true. It actually a part of Wisconsin was Libertarian, and it swung the vote. But anyway, see, politics are done. We're not supposed to be talking politics, but I can't help it. Okay, so here we go.
We just won't pay you this week.
You're gonna see coronavirus is dropping significantly, like as fast as it came is as fast as it's gonna go. That's all I have to say about that. Okay. Now here's an English one for England, because I got on my YouTube, I've got people from all around the world, and 5% are all different, but 20%, 25% are from England. Another 25% are from 15% are from India. The other parts are from Australia and other places. So sometimes I give you guys predictions too. I'm predicting, isn't it Boris Johnson? Isn't that the
that guy with the messy hair? He's
getting into it with the Queen. I don't know what that's over, man. It's big. I just don't understand. There's some type of argument. There's some type they're butting heads. I don't understand that. Okay. We're having a huge tornado season. It's huge. And we're talking breakouts all over South. I mean, the whole
we're back
country.
In America now.
Here in the United States. Okay. And Canada. And I know they don't get many tornadoes. They do, but you know what I'm saying? It's going to be huge. And I don't understand that. I just repeat. I'm predicting Trump leaving U.S. permanently. I'm not sure, but I just think he's going to. All right. Here's an interesting one. It's a little scary. Russia, China, and North Korea are getting into it, almost like a Cold War starting. There's some type of big row in that area of the world.
Russia, China, and who?
Right, and North Korea. There's something bad. They're arguing. I don't know if there's a war. There's just more than anything, they're all mouthy. But I mean, there's something. There's something there. Okay. This is an odd thing. I feel like there's going to be a Japanese earthquake. And I have a friend that lives in Japan, and I keep saying, be careful. There's an earthquake coming. I don't know how bad. I do feel it's a pretty big one. Okay. Let's see what else we got.
Now, is that going to create a tsunami too? I mean, is that going to push things over to the west coast of America?
No.
No.
I don't feel like, if anything, it would push it back to Asia. I don't know why I say that, but
so it's on that side. Okay.
yeah. So I'm some of these, they worry me a little because I feel like it's big. I don't know what else to say about that. Like I said, I predicted one in Las Vegas. No one got hurt, but it was a big one, and it was in the middle of nowhere, so it didn't affect anybody. But let's see. Here's an interesting one. Movie releases are going to just really, really escalate, and it's going to head up the economy. Like it's gonna, like Hollywood's playing a major role. Netflix, all of that's playing a major role in the recovery of the economy. Don't know, just say it. Okay. In the United States, within the next 2 years, unions will double. I'm not passing judgment. Some people don't like unions. I'm just saying that's what I'm seeing, and that's what they told me to say. Okay. Yeah. Orion, yeah, you're right. They had the earthquake in 2011. I still say there's another one coming. It concerns me because I don't understand. They're not showing me what's happening because of it. They're just saying it happens. Yeah. So, okay. Here's an interesting one for all you guys. The prices in cars are coming down. True. Of new vehicles. They're going to start to level out. Okay. Also, I'm predicting by 2026, all vehicles in the United States that are being made will be electric. And that's a pretty big endeavor. That's what they told me. So I'm writing that down. So, okay. Here's an interesting one. Iran and Iraq are going to strike some type of deal, and Jordan's involved. So like they're going to try to get along. You see what I mean? I don't understand that. They said literally strike a deal. So, okay. Join forces in some way, or okay. You know, those planes, those Boeing planes? Yeah. They're going to scrap them. They're going to do something, take them apart. I don't have any insider information, although my son-in-law does some work for Boeing, but he hasn't said a single word. He doesn't know anything. But I still say that they're going to find that there's some major flaws there or something, and they're just going to have to. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. I predicted the riots and the protests coming. There's going to be more over the summer also. We're going to find out about some atrocities at the border. That's all I'm going to say. There's atrocities that are going to be found out. Okay. I'm not going to say any more. Okay. You know, most of you, if you're American, you know what I mean. Okay. Okay. Got the stimulus check. I think there may be an attempt at the inauguration, an assassination attempt. I'm going to be absolutely honest. There's something, I know that they've beefed up their security. There's something going on around the 19th. I don't understand, but there's something. When I made the prediction that I knew there was going to be something big around the 10th of January, I just knew, I could feel it. It was like a tower card. And if you know anything about the tarot, the tower card's a change and a shock and a blow. This is the same type, and they may easily thwart it, but there's something where you're like, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, it's like that.
Do you see the Confederate flag in that?
No. Yeah, it'd be funny. Uh-huh. Oh, Orion says they think they're gonna postpone it. I don't think so. You might be right. I just know that something's up. Okay, something's up.
He needs to be sworn in.
So, yeah,
there's no doubt about it. Whether they do it, you know.
And Marissa goes, yeah, well, that would definitely be where martial law comes from. And I still say there's martial law. I've been saying that for we did go into martial law a little bit during when COVID, a lot of different things. But it's going to happen one more. It's going to happen again. So okay. Let's see. Okay, this is an interesting one. They told me this, and because we've had a lot of introduction of non-native plant species, animal species, bug species. And one of the biggest offenders, as a person who's a rosarian and a master gardener, are the damn Japanese beetles.
Yeah.
They're going to be eradicated in 15 years. There's a bug, there's something, there's a fungus, there's something that they can't handle that's going to just kill the population pretty much off. So yay. But there's something there I don't understand. Now for me, by the way, anybody that knows me, I have a farm and I have chickens. Well, what do I have the chickens for? For the Japanese beetles. That's their favorite food. And they literally go underneath and stand underneath my rose bushes and wait for the bugs to fall. Sometimes I'll walk up and shake the thing and they stand underneath, and it does control my bugs really well.
Sure.
But it's going to be eradicated. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. I think I got most of it. Oh, there's going to be some type of assassination attempt in France within this year. I don't understand that. I just repeat, I don't know much about, I know some about British politics, but I'm not really up because I'm American. I concentrate on the United States. I understand Canadian also. I've got quite a few friends who are Canadian. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Everybody always tells me that you have an accent. Now I'm like, no, you have an accent. I have Midwestern accent on TV.
You got Wisconsin accent.
No, Wisconsin.
That's right.
That is wrong. And you know it. Well, just saying Wisconsin, that's an accent because that's how you say it properly. So anyway, I don't. Oh, Orion agrees with me. Yeah. I really think everything's going in a positive direction. I'm going to be absolutely.
Oh, I got honest. When 2021 came around, I got a good feel, a good vibe, good aura for 2020.
Well, for a 4, 2020 is a 4. It's karma. You're creating karma. You're getting karma, for bad or good. You're creating it for the next 7 years. Well, 2021 is a 5. A 5 is you're putting it into action. So there's change. Nice. It's the year of change.
Sure.
Every single person that's called me, and I've done already this year. I mean, yesterday I did 10 readings. I mean, I'm busy, and every single person is going through change.
Yeah.
And it's for the better. And it's almost like your soul's talking to you. And that's what I said. The energy changed from the age of Aquarius. And what it's doing is a lot of people their soul's talking to them. I can't work a job I hate anymore. I can't be in a marriage I'm not happy. I can't do it. I need to be happy. And that's kind of what this whole thing is about. That's where the change is coming from. Okay. I'm a little early, but anybody got any questions? Start asking them. You get one question.
Chloe Dickinson says, what college major would I succeed at?
Chloe, are you good with numbers? I feel like you're good with numbers, like math or money or finance, or it's something to do kind of like that. Okay.
Read it out loud for the people listening. For the millions.
I've got 3 different screens, you guys.
I know.
Jen says, have you heard about the author Ingersoll Lockwood and his Baron Trump stories? They were written back into the 1890s.
Yeah.
And they were eerily exact to similar what was played out with the present day Donald Trump. The ending of the story predicts a bomb going off at the White House on Inauguration Day. Ooh. Yeah. No, you know what?
Yeah. Chloe's.
Yeah. You want to own your own business? Yep. Chloe, what is your sign? Somebody's asking me, they want to know what they should major in. And I said, see, that would go with money and being good with numbers. Right. It's running your own business. It's something I'm working on. I'm a Capricorn earth sign, and I'm a Capricorn rising, and I'm a Capricorn cusp. So I have a lot of Capricorn, but I'm a Sag. and money does fall at my feet. I need to learn how to do finance money a little better, but I'm getting better.
She's a Gemini.
So yeah. Oh, you're a Gemini. Do you know your Chloe? Do you know your moon sign and your rising sign? You put them all together. A Gemini is a very likable person. Most people, you can be very, you're a very good communicator. That's what a Gemini is, because they're air signs. And you're usually well liked. So use that talent to help you run your business. And you are going to be, it's going to take, this is what they're telling me to tell you, 3 to 5 years. Don't give up. It's going to take that long. You may have to work a small job on the side, but you also have an idea. You have some type of idea out there that you think that's a little different than other people's. And yes, it will work. Okay. Let's see. We've got lots of people. Okay. Here, I got okay. Elise wants to know she should adopt the dog Spaz from the Humane Society. If you are able to be consistent, because there's more going on, there's some type of trauma with that dog. He may get a little nippy or something. As long as you can be the leader so that he can follow, you'll be fine. Okay. Hold on. Do you see anything that actually happened do you see anything like that? Okay, hold on. Jen wants to know, do you see anything happening, like a bomb going off or something? There's something up about the 19th. I don't quite understand. Sometimes they don't show me on purpose.
Yeah.
And they just say, hey, something's happening. Like I said, I did not know they were going to storm the White House. I just knew something was huge.
Yeah.
And a part of it was, as I was doing a daily reading, over and over and over, I got a tower card. I'm like, something's big. And this is bigger than me. This is bigger and it's big. So that's why and they're showing me something's big around the 18th and 19th.
Here you go.
So,
Wendy Muntz says, hey, thanks for giving us hope, dear one. Great show. And Chloe says Cancer, Moon, and Pisces.
Oh, okay.
With Cancer stellium as well.
Okay. Cancer, Moon, and then a Pisces rising. What, Chloe, whatever you do with that Cancer mixed in there, that means you're a double water sign. So it has to be emotional. It has to be something that fills you up emotionally. And like I said, there's something creative that you're doing that and don't give up on it. I feel like it needs development. Like you need to go to somebody and have it developed. I don't understand that, but it's something like that. It will eventually be successful if you're willing to put the hard work and commitment in. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. RF, you're a Virgo. Could you tell me the future of my career? I feel like you're on status quo. Like, you're going to keep doing what you're doing. I do feel like next year there's going to be a bit of a change for you, which is unusual because so many people are going through changes right now. But I feel like you're steady. Okay. And then the change will come towards the end of the year. Okay. With a choice that needs to be made. So maybe you're going to change jobs, or maybe you're just going to get the job you want. It's something, and it may very well be in your facility that you know, in the company or whatever that you're in now. Okay. Let's see. I've got 3 different screens, so I'm trying real hard here, and we've got a lot of questions.
A lot of good stuff.
Tracy, are you going to finally be truly happy? Only your soul knows that. Only your soul knows that. And we are I'm going to say it again. We're in the age of Aquarius, where that is what the key to the next 2,000 years is: finding your true happiness. Knowing that you don't have to work a job you hate. Knowing that you don't have to be in a marriage you're not unhappy, you're unhappy in. Knowing that you don't have to be in those situations and that you have the control. That's what the age of Aquarius is about. So, and there's a lot of love. You're going to start seeing the shift. People are going to, I know it. We were just talking about how mean people can be. I don't know if I did not say this, but I've had COVID, and I was telling Kent that some of these people are such asses. I'm sorry. They're asses. They say, well, and I'm glad to see you're okay. You must not have had the bad virus.
Oh,
I'm like, what the heck is that?
Right.
I mean, seriously? Yes, I had the bad virus. I'm very healthy. I took good care of myself. And by the way, if any of you do get COVID, and I'm thinking of making a video that the number one thing the doctor says is don't get stressed out. Stress is what's killing most of these people. That you're going back to work too soon. You're trying to do too much. You need to park it. Yeah. And park it for a couple weeks and do nothing. And most people will get better. Now, I did lose a family member. So I understand, yes, this is very serious, but most people will get better. I do have a good immune system, but I do also have Hashimoto's, which is a thyroid condition. So, but I'm getting better. And I'm going to tell you, there's different things I took too that helped too, by the way. Anyway. Now, just getting back to this.
I'm going to jump in because if you are not caught in the net, and that's 21.6 the net, go to our YouTube page and just look up 216 the net and subscribe and like. Also, go to your YouTube page or check Lana out at enchantedskye.com. That's enchanted, SKYE.com. Your YouTube page is...
Lana's Enchanted Skye.
Lana's Enchanted Skye. And you know what? She does appear on that YouTube station quite often. You're not just going to get her just on Saturday mornings.
No. I post readings for you guys. I'm also starting to offer classes where you can go online, pay like a really cheap amount. It's like $40 for an hour. And there's a limit of 10 people and I'm teaching classes. I'm trying right now to figure out how to teach psychometry to you without you being present with me. And if you don't know about psychometry, it's the art of reading objects. And I'm also thinking of health mediumship. I got all kinds of things. So, empaths, how to protect yourself, things like that. So, and that way you can have interaction. And anybody knows anything, I've got 30 years of teaching of middle schoolers. So if I can keep a bunch of 750 middle school kids entertained, you guys are nothing. I'm not sorry. I like interaction. I won't be preaching at you ever. You're going to be learning by doing. So that's how I'm going to teach my classes. So, okay. Let's see. Let me get back to some of these questions.
Chloe says, so should I do a business major? And can you tell me if I should stay in Ohio for this business?
Okay. First of all, Chloe, yeah. But it's like business administration or finance, though. It's not, it's like a finance degree or something. And you're not staying in Ohio. That's all I'm saying. I don't know where you're going, but it's not going to be in Ohio. You might just change state lines. I don't know.
There you go.
Okay. All right. You'll have more opportunity. You'll know down the road a little bit.
And of course, if you want to get a little deeper reading there, Chloe, for 2021, reach out to Lana at enchantedskye.com and you can set it up a reading time.
Teal, I know Teal. Hi, Teal. I predicted her marriage, by the way.
Oh, congratulations.
Now, your current physical and mental health, I feel everything's going to level out. It's not going to get worse. It's not going to get better. You are going to start to feel a little better. I think when spring comes, I feel like, do you have like aches and stuff? Is it like fibromyalgia or something? It feels like that it has a little bit to do with weather. I don't know why I feel that. But anyway, it's going to level out and we are going to have a nice early spring. It's going to be nice and warm. Okay.
What do you foresee for these kids? Now you're a teacher. A lot of kids are online. I see a lot of depression in a lot of young kids right now.
It's everywhere. I think that we all together collectively need to be kinder.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You walk up to me. Oh, you must not have got the bad virus. I mean, who says that to somebody?
We were really hoping you were dead.
Yeah. I'm like, wow. I looked at him. I said right to her, and it's a person I know very well. I said, are you listening to yourself? Who says that? Is it just that you're being that dumb? That you're not thinking about what you're saying? Why would you say something like that? That's mean, hurtful, and cruel. Why wouldn't you say, I'm so glad you're better. I'm happy your immune system is working.
Right.
Okay. It makes me angry when people don't think. And right now people are so like, okay, for instance, I have been 22 days into my COVID
adventure.
And at 10 days, you're unquarantined. Now, I even went and had a test because I had my teeth done. And I just that was for me. I didn't want to give it to anybody. I'm a very, very conscientious person. Well, I walked into a store that I read at, and I'm not going to say who or what, but you probably know if you know me well. And they were nasty. And I just am like, what, you think I'm going to come and with positive when plus it's been 3 weeks and give you COVID? And it was like, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I mean, they know me well. I mean, they've known me for 20 years. You really think I'm going to be that irresponsible? Seriously, you should know me better than that. And it hurt because they should know better. You know, we need to just start working together and be kinder. And it is coming. It is coming. If you aren't on the bandwagon, you're going to get left behind because the positivity's coming. I'm just going to be honest with it. And I'm not just being like a Pollyanna. I'm telling you what's coming. So, and positive stuff is coming. Okay. So now let's see. Heidi, you're going to get your shot before then, right? Heidi Marsden wants to know if she's going to travel in March. I feel you're absolutely good to go. You're going to have both shots in by then. Don't know why. Don't know how. I just feel like you're going to feel real confident going. Okay. Oh, good. Jen's like, oh, good. Keep us updated for classes. Yeah, I try really hard to keep everything interactive because I understand boredom. I understand my mind goes a million. I'm a fire sign. My mind goes a million miles a minute. But if anybody knows me, like I'm teaching when I am in school, when I'm in class, I have 750 kids a week. How do you do it? I have such high energy. I make it look easy. And I have 123 days left. That's all I trust me, I'm counting the days of being vested. Yeah. I want to teach you now. I want to teach you now. Okay. That's of what I know. And what it happens is you teach me probably as much as I teach you. Because I'm always learning from you guys. And I listen. I try really hard not to like have a big ego and arrogant. Because I get kind of a very, very strong consonants. And I'm a Jupiter Leo. Jupiter Leos are bigger than life. It's a rare thing to be a Jupiter and Leo. I'm very powerful, and I don't know. I understand that that's, and so sometimes I think people think that I'm like maybe I don't know. I kind of am conscientious about being full of myself. I'm trying really hard not to be because I know that this could be taken from me. So at any point, and during COVID, when I was on down and I couldn't get up, I couldn't read, I couldn't do anything. I understood. I think that may have been why God gave it to me so that I would appreciate what I have. I really do. Wow. So, okay. Let's see what else we've got. Tracy says, shake my head. Tracy goes, she shaked their head at the fact that someone would say something like that to me. Right. Yes. I just thoughtless. Yeah. I honestly think a lot of times what's going on with these people is they're egocentric. They're so locked into what's about them that they don't think about others around them. And that's going to have to change because that's the only way we're going to go forward with the age of Aquarius is where we're interacting and we're loving each other. And we're all guilty of it. I mean, but I try so hard. I'm aware that it's one of my things I need to work on. So I'm always aware of what I say. Now, here's something and I'm going to answer more questions that I have. I'm very involved in the Native American community. I go to all the powwows. All my friends are Native American also. I'm very attracted to it. I live on land with 9 mounds. I'm just drawn to it, because I know in a past life I've been Native American many times. I know I have because I remember. And there's a wise saying that one of my friends always says, and she's Native American. She's Kiowa. Yeah. She always says to me, always consider the speaker. That's it. That's all she says. You know what I mean? That is how they're feeling about themselves and they're speaking about themselves. So if somebody's being rude and stuff, always consider the speaker. Okay.
True.
All right. True. So, Laura Vaco. Okay. Sent me I will friend you. Okay. Tracy Campbell, I'm ready for positive. Yeah, you're right. I know, me too. For some positive energy finally. Anything in Sweden. Garnett, dear, what do you need? What do you mean by that? Any predictions in Sweden? I haven't concentrated. You know, I'm a little Swedish, by the way. I'm like 10% or something. I didn't even know I was. I will concentrate, and I will maybe getting back to some of the other countries because I got them. I was trying to concentrate a little while ago on Greece. I felt there was something up in Greece politically.
Well, it's the word.
So what?
Greece is the word.
I don't understand. Like you said, maybe I'm picking up on Italy. Yeah. Remember you were saying Italy, a lot of people have resigned. Greece and Italy are close. Maybe that was what I've been picking up on. I don't know. I have a lot of followers in Greece. I would say of quite a few.
Now, and keep in mind, folks, these predictions, as well as she does, the dart will hit the dartboard. It may not be a bullseye, but you know what I love about people and what you do as well is you get it 90% right, and they said, "Wow, you didn't say 123 Main Street."
Exactly.
What?
I predicted the stimulus check. I said we'd get 2. And I said, we will get 2.
Yeah, and if you go back
and if you look, I said we get 800. I had people on my case because it wasn't 600. Hey, I was damn close. A 6 and an 8 look pretty damn close. Right. So I see it. I write it down. I'm not completely. There's no way a psychic or anybody can be 100% accurate. And if you don't understand that, I will explain it. I can't be because it's free will. There's always now, if I tell you you're getting married next year to the man of your dreams and you decide that you're not going to, I decide I don't want to get married.
Or a pandemic.
You sit in your house and never meet him. That's a free will.
Correct.
But the way you're going now is what is happening. Let it happen. It's here we go again. Manifestation and intention. Remember I told you that the manifestation isn't, it's more intention. Okay, you put your intentions out, and that makes it manifest. So, okay. Right. Oh, thanks. They hit the little buttons and say thank you. Taurus on Gemini job path. Garnett, I'm not quite sure what you mean. So explain that to me, okay? Can you please tell me about my further education and career? Varna, are you getting into some metaphysical type, new age type things? I feel like there's like a healing, massage therapy or Reiki, or there's something going on where you're searching for more deep metaphysical, like more spiritual stuff. It's something to do with that. And you are on the right path because that's what you're supposed to be doing. You are a healer, by the way, and an empath. I'm supposed to tell you that too. Okay. Orion, will I get married? Down the road. It's going to be a while. Sorry, about 3 years, but you will. The right person will come. And when you do meet the right person, it'll go extremely fast. Like I met my husband and I was married within 9 months. It'll go pretty fast. Okay. All right.
Chloe says, if my 9th house has no planets, does that mean I won't go to college? And my 9th house ruler is Pluto in Scorpio.
No. It has, the planet thing has its own entity. I'd have to look at your chart sometime. I'm not telling you to make an appointment and I'll look at it with you. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a little time for me to look it up and I can probably figure out. I'm going off what I feel. Okay. I can look at, and we all know that this all connects. The astrology somehow connects, but I am feeling like you have some pretty good things coming for you and you're going to do well in a finance area, like a degree of that. I want to say, I don't know if you even need the 4-year. I want to say you might be able to go to and get an associate's in finance or something and then start a business. And I want to say there's one key person that will play a pivotal role for you. Like, I don't know if it's a business partner, I'm not sure, but something that helps you get the ball rolling. It could even be an investor.
There you go. And of course, folks, I would highly encourage you to reach out to Lana at enchantedSky.com. A lot of energy here. We got a lot of people, a lot of viewers, a lot of listeners.
Yeah, a lot of people.
So there's a lot of noise right now. And if you want her to really drill down and give you just a fantastic reading, reach out to her at enchantedsky.com.
I used to guarantee them, but I have people that are they'll love my readings and abuse me and then ask for their money back and then ask for another reading. I'm like, okay, if I'm that bad, why do you want another reading? See, they want their money free. And I've gotten into about 3 arguments with people. And I'm not, well, actually, I don't argue. I usually just give you your money back. But I'm at a point where I can't, as an empath, it's very hard because I want to help everybody. We all know the empath thing. You all are mostly empaths. You get it. That we always are willing to sacrifice ourselves for other people. And and that's my book, Empathic Martyr. You got to stop the cycle, because that cycle creates burnout and compassion fatigue. Okay. And you can't, then you're good to nobody. So, okay. I'm trying to look, I've missed a couple of, okay. Will I stay positive at my current job that I hate until I graduate in the next couple of months? Yes, you will. And you have a really cool job coming. It's really cool. Okay. That's the time limit.
Yeah,
I missed some of your questions and I'm really sorry. What I'll do is when I come back next week, I'll be live again. You guys can ask me more questions. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just got to cut it.
or reach out to her at
Or
enchantedsky.com and she'll have a great conversation with you.
Okay.
Of course, for all of us here at 216 The Net, we appreciate you spending some time and energy with us this morning on Metaphysical Meanderings. Come back tomorrow morning at 9 for Lisa's Changing Perceptions. And everyone have a safe, healthy, and happy weekend.
Bye, everybody.